Sometimes people really think that business ideas are generated through genius or eureka moments, but actually, there's a methodical way of generating business ideas that will work. So, in this video, I'm going to break down some of the things that entrepreneurs do to generate and create successful business ideas. Welcome back to the ATB Podcast, Andrew Talks Business, where I go over the business basics and fundamentals that you need to know to understand the world of business. So, this video is all about the basics of idea generation. First, let's start off with what an entrepreneur is. Are you an entrepreneur? Am I? An entrepreneur is somebody who starts and develops a business with the idea that there is some risk involved with this business. The business could go bankrupt, they could lose all of their money. Risk could include things such as financial risk, time, so all of the resources that the entrepreneur uses to start the business. Because when an entrepreneur starts a business, it's not a guaranteed success. There are many that actually go out of business. Entrepreneurs don't have to be the big ones that we mentioned in the news, like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. They can be some of the small or medium-sized businesses, the typical mom and pop stores, those bodegas, basically anybody that puts in the money, energy, or time to start a business, knowing that they could lose everything, is an entrepreneur. That's why when entrepreneurs generate business ideas, they look at a variety of ways to minimize that risk to ensure that their idea is going to be successful. And this can include things such as observing customers, interviewing, and even surveying potential customers to identify needs. So I'm going to break down the video in terms of ways that entrepreneurs have started and created successful businesses. So here's the systematic way that entrepreneurs generate business ideas and how they think about unique ideas or products or services that people would buy. So first, let's talk about idea generation. So when they think about ideas, they look at problems that they can solve. So when you watch Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, everybody that goes on a show will first introduce themselves, discuss their business, and then describe the problem that they are solving. Entrepreneurs are some of the world's best problem solvers because where there's opportunity, they will develop a product or service that they can easily monetize. Remember, ideas need to be creative, but in many cases, they start with pain points. If there's no real problem, then there's no real business. So remember this when you're thinking about business ideas. What's your problem? And then think with a customer first and centric approach. How is this going to benefit the customers? And how can I develop the product or service that I can easily monetize? That's a win win for both customers and yourself. Entrepreneurs often find problems to solve by looking at their own personal frustrations, like daily life, interviewing experts, customers, doing surveys, analyzing customer reviews, and even identifying gaps where there's no real business so that they can start a business and then have that entire untapped market. It can even be where the competitors are overpriced or are not delivering a good product or service. So then you're able to enter that market and then expand your market share because your product or service is better than everybody else's. A lot of the apps that you use every day were developed through problems that people face. For example, Instagram is probably arguably the world's biggest photo sharing software, and it was developed because there was no real way to share photos or videos. Through their app, people could share it quickly and they could grow this following. And now it's one of the world's biggest ways to develop a community. Another example is Dropbox. Do you have Dropbox on your computer? Dropbox is a way to share files and it's a file storage system. So, because computers have a limited amount of space, storing your files on the cloud makes it easy to go from one computer to another. So, a lot of times businesses look at problems that people face every day and develop some sort of service that they can easily monetize and make money through. Another business idea is Beyond Meat. Because of the growing trend of people consuming vegan and vegetarian products, Beyond Meat created some meat alternatives that became very, very popular. So you can see that a lot of times businesses look at problems that people face every day and they create alternatives or solutions that they can easily monetize through listening to things like reviews, complaints, even things like Reddit and forums. They can easily source a problem and then figure out a solution. So, in actuality, entrepreneurs are some of the world's best problem solvers. Your business idea doesn't have to change the world, but sometimes the best business ideas are the ones that are simple and practical because they solve customer needs. The vending machine business is one that is simple, practical, and targets specific needs and wants because you're really selling chips, pop, and you're identifying trends and seeing what people will consume. You don't have to create this crazy gizmo or widget or gadget. And many times it's just simply identifying what consumers want. And with a little bit of setup, there's a clear path to profitability. Let's look at observing, interviewing, and surveying potential customers as a way to develop business ideas because customers are the best source for ideas because they have ideas about how to improve the business sometimes. And then through analyzing customer data, you can kind of see trends and see what people are buying. That data is very important for growing the business. And sometimes you can just ask your customers firsthand, what do you like about the products? What's not good? And how can I improve it? Maybe you are a restaurant and some of the products that you're serving on your menu is outdated. So you ask your customers and you think about what types of products that they might want to see on the menu. Back when Popeyes introduced a chicken sandwich, competitors like McDonald's their franchise people, they talk to the company, they're like, people are consuming chicken sandwiches. We need to introduce one on the menu. So you can tap into those trends and see what people want and offer new products. So entrepreneurs introduce new products, new ideas by observing and they interview their customers to see what they want and how they can create a product or service to tap into that unfulfilled need. Another way is to invest in market and technical research. So, in a course I teach, it's called marketing, and I go over things like marketing research basics. You'll see that secondary data is very important. Looking at data, industry reports, you can hire someone to do market research on a potential business idea. See if there's trends, see what people are consuming, and see overall the industry, is it growing or is it shrinking? Demographic research is also a part of market research, kind of this hard data. And you can see that in many countries like Japan, healthcare services are continually growing because of the aging population. So, creating a business centered around that idea could be potentially profitable because you want to start your business in a growing industry. And one of the most important things about developing a business idea is the experimentation aspect. Because when you have your initial product or service, chances are it's going to be pretty unpolished and it needs feedback. So, a common advice for entrepreneurs or young entrepreneurs is that your idea is not going to be perfect out the gate. You're going to have to test it, develop a prototype, like a minimum viable product. And then as you get more feedback, your product or service is going to continually grow and get better day by day. If you look at the first iteration of companies like Facebook, Instagram, even DoorDash, it's pretty bare bones because they want the customer feedback to drive the growth of the business and product because how the customers use the product may not be what the entrepreneurs anticipate. So you can see that when entrepreneurs develop ideas, a lot of times it's very customer centered because they can easily filter out some of the bad ones, but they can gain feedback through the customers. Because through small testing, entrepreneurs are able to execute their idea. Because the idea is one aspect, but how you execute it, how you change and manipulate that product idea is also equally as important. Story that encapsulates this testing process is Crumbl Cookies. Have you heard of Crumbl Cookies? The popular cookie business that's trending on TikTok, that's going viral. People are testing the cookies. And the concept of the idea is that every week there are different versions of cookies. Then the following week they may not be there because it's a limited small menu, which encourages scarcity marketing and it encourages people to try the cookies before they go away. When the cookie company first started, they used a lot of A/B testing because the prototype, the cookie, needed a lot of feedback. So they would go to their friends, family, they would go to gas stations, and then they would continually refine their recipes. In many cases, when you go to grocery stores and when you buy products, chances are it's been tested many times so that it's good for the public. In essence, their quest to make the perfect cookie is now a multi-million, even billion-dollar business. Your story involves lots of baking cookies at 2 o'clock in the morning, wasting piles of cookie dough because they want to create the perfect cookie, but they need to do a lot of testing. So, through the examples I mentioned, you can kind of see that a good business idea solves a problem, offers value and benefits, whether it solves problems, frustrations that customers face, has a specific market, and there's also a path to profitability where a person or business can easily profit from said product or service. Through identifying pain points and continually testing this business idea, the company and business will grow as long as it listens to customer feedback and it listens to suggestions of the product. Thanks for watching this video on creating business ideas. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next podcast episode.